Dear Chosen One, some people carry something different within them. It's not loud, not flashy, but you can feel it when they walk into a room. The energy shifts. People notice them without fully understanding why. There's a quiet power, a deep calm, and a sense of truth that surrounds them. They don't have to speak, yet their presence speaks for them. These people are often known as the chosen ones, not because they are better than others, but because they've been given something rare. A kind of spiritual awareness, a unique strength, and a powerful energy that makes them stand out, even when they try to stay in the background. Living as a chosen one is not always easy. In fact, it can be very lonely. The world we live in often rewards those who follow the crowd, who stay quiet, who don't question the rules. But chosen ones are different. They were born to see deeper, to feel more, and to challenge what isn't right. That makes people around them uncomfortable sometimes. Their energy can't be ignored, and it often brings hidden emotions to the surface. Others might feel nervous or even irritated around them without knowing why. It's because chosen ones carry a mirror, and that mirror reflects what others are afraid to face. The calm confidence of a chosen one is not something they were just given. It was built through pain, silence, and personal battles. Many have gone through things that could have broken them. They felt pain that most never see, but they didn't let it destroy them. Instead, they learned, grew, and transformed. That's why their presence feels heavy. It holds real experiences, real truth, and real healing. And that truth has weight. People often react strongly to this energy. Some are drawn to it. They feel safe, understood, or inspired around chosen ones. But others feel threatened. Not because the chosen one has done anything wrong, but because their presence makes people look within. When someone is pretending or hiding parts of themselves, being around someone who lives in truth can be uncomfortable. It forces them to see their own wounds, fears, or lies. And that can lead to jealousy, judgment, or even rejection. It's common for chosen ones to feel misunderstood. They may be told they are too intense, too different, or too quiet. Some people may keep their distance. Others may admire them secretly, but never say a word. Some may copy their style or words without giving credit. That's because people notice the light, but they don't always understand the fire it took to create it. They want the glow, but not the growth that led to it. There's also something unshakable about chosen ones. They don't follow the crowd. They don't chase approval. They think for themselves and trust their inner voice. They feel things deeply and listen to their intuition. That kind of independence is rare, and not everyone knows how to handle it. In a world that teaches people to follow the rules and not make waves, chosen ones stand out simply by being true to themselves. That truth makes them impossible to control, and that makes some people nervous. When someone can't be controlled, they can't be used. They can't be manipulated, fooled, or silenced. And in a world where power often depends on control, that kind of person becomes a challenge. Toxic people, narcissists, and those who rely on fear or lies to stay in charge don't know what to do with someone they can't break. So instead, they may try to discredit or push them away. But deep down, even those who reject the chosen ones still respect them. They recognize something pure and powerful, even if they don't admit it out loud. The truth that chosen ones carry isn't always in what they say, it's in who they are. They live honestly. They don't pretend. They don't hide behind fake smiles or empty words. That kind of truth is rare, and it has a strong effect. Sometimes it comforts, and sometimes it exposes. It brings light to places others would rather keep dark. It brings honesty into conversations where lies have been accepted for too long. It brings healing, but healing often starts with discomfort. Even if they don't always feel it, chosen ones are protected. They've made it through storms that would have crushed other people. They've walked through darkness and come out glowing. That's not just strength, it's spiritual protection. Something greater is watching over them. Some call it God, the universe, angels, or divine energy. Whatever the name, it's real, and it's why they survive what others don't. They're not just lucky, they are covered. Because of this protection, they often attract attention. Not because they want it, but because others sense something different. Their peace feels solid. Their strength feels deep. Their presence brings a stillness that people don't know how to explain. And in a world full of noise, distraction, and fake images, that kind of presence is rare and unforgettable. But being chosen also means carrying weight. Emotional weight. Spiritual weight. They often feel like they're walking with something heavy that can't be seen. They might not be able to explain it, but they feel it in their spirit. It's not depression. It's not sadness. It's the responsibility of carrying light in a world that often prefers darkness. It's the burden of feeling deeply in a world that encourages numbness. It's the cost of awareness in a time when most people choose to stay asleep. Still, even with all the challenges, chosen ones continue. They keep walking, keep growing, keep shining. Not because it's easy, but because their soul won't let them stop. They are here for something greater. Their life has meaning, even if it's not always clear. Every time they speak truth, choose kindness, or stay grounded in chaos, they make the world a little better. Their quiet actions have a loud impact. They are not perfect. They have doubts, fears, and moments of weakness. But they always return to their path. They keep choosing growth. They keep choosing love. They keep choosing truth, even when it costs them comfort. That's what makes them different. Not that they don't struggle, but that they keep rising. So if you've ever felt out of place, like you see things others don't, like your silence speaks more than your words, know that you're not alone. If people have misunderstood you, judged you, or kept their distance without reason, it's probably because they felt your energy before they even knew your name. That energy is a gift. You don't need to hide it. You don't need to explain it. Let your light speak for you. You were born to shine, not to fit in. You were created to lead, not to follow. You were called to bring healing, not to stay hidden. The world may not always understand you, but it needs you. Your journey has meaning. Your presence has purpose. There are others like you, walking their own path, often in silence, but glowing just the same. Together, you are shifting the energy of this world. Together, you are waking people up, one light at a time. Life isn't easy for the ones who are spiritually chosen. Being chosen doesn't mean your life is free of problems. In fact, you might face even more challenges than most people. But the important thing to remember is that even when life gets hard, you are never truly alone. There's something greater looking out for you, a kind of spiritual protection that you might not always see, but you can feel. And others can sense it too, even if they don't know what it is. Sometimes, people try to harm you, lie about you, or work against you, but strangely, their plans never seem to succeed. Things just don't go the way they hoped. You somehow find peace in the middle of chaos, and even when you're under pressure, something keeps you grounded. It's as if an invisible shield surrounds you, keeping you safe while everything around you falls apart. This protection makes you strong in a way that others can't explain. Some people are confused by it. Others are curious. But no matter how they feel, they notice something special about you. They may not understand it, but they respect it. You walk with a presence that is not of this world, and deep down, people know it. You also have a strong sense of what's right and wrong. In today's world, where many people do anything for fame, attention, or personal gain, you're different. You don't follow the crowd or change yourself to fit in. You don't pretend to be something you're not just to be liked. Your honesty and values stand out because you live by them even when it's hard. You don't lie to make people feel better. You speak the truth even when it's uncomfortable. You choose to live in a way that honors your spirit, not just your image. Your morals are not something you put on to look good, they are part of who you are. And because of that, some people feel uncomfortable around you. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your integrity reminds them of what they're lacking. When people see you standing strong in your beliefs, it makes them question their own choices. And instead of facing their own truth, they might try to tear you down. But even as they criticize you, deep inside, they admire your strength. They see something in you they wish they had, the courage to live honestly, even when it's not easy. You also don't care much about what other people think of you. You weren't meant to be a follower. You walk your own path, one that's often quiet, deep, and different from everyone else's. You don't need people to praise you or give you approval. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're here to make a difference, to bring change, not to fit into the system. You think deeply about life, and your ideas don't come from social media or the latest trends. They come from within, from your own experiences and your connection to something higher. You are not controlled by what's popular because you are rooted in purpose. That kind of independence scares people who are used to chasing attention and following the crowd. You don't need the spotlight, but you naturally draw it. People may laugh at you or judge you in public, but in private, they copy your style, your words, and your energy. Your realness is powerful. Your freedom is inspiring. You live in a way that shows others there's a life beyond trying to please everyone. You are proof that it's possible to live free, even in a world full of pressure to fit in. What makes you shine even more is what you've been through and how you've handled it. Your light isn't fake or shallow. It comes from the pain you faced and the healing you've done. You didn't become strong by accident. You became strong because you had no choice. You've been through moments that broke you, but you didn't stay broken. You kept going. You cried in silence, fought battles no one knew about, and stood tall even when it felt like the world was on your shoulders. And somehow, through it all, you didn't let your heart turn cold. You still show kindness. You still love. You still believe in goodness, even after everything you've seen. That kind of quiet strength is powerful. People are drawn to your energy, but they don't always understand what created it. They see your peace and your wisdom, but they don't realize how much pain you had to face to get there. You've turned your wounds into wisdom. Your glow comes from real healing, not from pretending everything is fine. And some people who haven't healed yet might feel threatened by your peace. But even if they never say it, they can feel your strength. And somewhere deep inside, they respect you for it. Because you didn't just survive. You grew. You transformed. Unlike many people who wear masks just to fit in, you carry a mission. You're not here to blend in. You're here to stand out and do something meaningful. Your life is not about making everyone happy. It's about fulfilling a purpose that was given to you by something greater than yourself. You are here to shake things up, to help people wake up, and to break old patterns that have held others back. That kind of purpose isn't always easy. It makes you stand out, and sometimes it makes you a target. People may not like that you're different. Your very existence reminds them that there is more to life than what they're used to. Some will hate that, but others will admire your courage. Because while they're still trying to fit in, you chose to follow a path that very few dare to walk. Your path is one of strength, honesty, and impact. And even when people don't understand you, they can't ignore you. So if you've ever felt like you don't belong, or like you're too much for this world, remember this: you are not the problem. You're just the light in a world that's been living in shadows. People who are asleep may not get you. They might push you away. But those who are awake, they see you. They feel your presence. They honor your truth. The way people react to you, the love, the hate, the curiosity, all of it is a reflection of the power you carry. The hate you face is proof of the calling you carry. And the quiet respect people give you, even when they don't say it out loud, is a sign that you're on the right path. Wear your spiritual identity with pride. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't doubt yourself just because others can't understand your path. You were chosen for a reason. Everything you've been through, every loss, every heartbreak, every battle, it has shaped you into the person you are now. And the world needs that person. Keep going. Keep growing. You're not just surviving. You're here to awaken, to inspire, and to lead. Your journey isn't easy, but it's divine. And it's only just beginning. If this message feels like it speaks to your heart, take it as confirmation that you're on the right path. You're not imagining things. You're not being dramatic. You're just finally seeing yourself for who you really are. And that's powerful.